This is the least flattering angle for me possible, but it's what we're working with. So I'm going to split it up into a couple of different parts. The first part is going to be my personal collection. These are like cards that like I would never give away. These are cards that like I want to give to my children one day when I eventually have children. This is going to be their inheritance. These are cards that like the only way I would trade them is if I like traded them with like my boyfriend or something, because when I marry him, they're still going to be my cards. So, but like I wouldn't even trade this with my friends because they mean so much to me or because I just love them so much. And then in another video, I have cards that are supposed to be in here, but they're not in here yet because I need to figure out how I want to set up the pages. And there's actually a website where you can put in every card you have, and it lets you see how they would look like in a binder. You can put how big your binder is, because there are little binders that are 2 by 2, so there's 2 cards up here and 2 cards down there. And they can be really little, and they're nice. And they're for like a nice personal collection when you're starting out. Well, I had one of those actually for a while. There's also bigger binders. Let me see. I have one right here. Give me 1 second. This is actually going to be my 3rd video, which is a master set that I'm working on. I'll explain what a master set is in that video. But this is a 3 by 3 binder. Also good, not huge. I got this one for like $15 from that local card store that I told your mom, Sarah. Hi, Sarah, about. And hi, Asher, by the way. This video is meant for Asher. If you're not Asher, but you're here, cool. So this is a really cool one that I like. And again, this is chill. These are just like you can put your cards in sleeves, the way I have this one in a sleeve to protect them. If you actually play with them, it gets kind of annoying because it can get stick together. But you can also just put them in raw, like raw without a sleeve. This is a special binder, which is what I'm going to get into. First things first, I know this may sound boring, but this is a top loader binder. It's important because I can put my card in. Let me see, I have a top loaded card right here actually. It's a very beautiful card. It's going to go in this collection. My boyfriend wants to get his favorite Pokemon, and I'm making him sweat it out, but he knows he's going to get it. So, yeah. This is a very cool card I pulled from the set. It's worth like $30. It's a pretty card. I feel like it should be worth more, but the market is what the market is. And you should never pull for the value of a card. I think that makes like the hobby lose its joy. So that's some advice from someone who's been in the hobby for a while. But you can see, you can also do this where you smack it on your wrist. But it's in a sleeve. And then I put it in this, which is called a top loader. In there, and that extra protects the card because it's a harder plastic. I had some right here. This is a good brand I like. You get 100 for like $20, and then the little sleeves. The clear sleeves are called penny sleeves, but you can also get them all colorful and stuff. There's like different boxes and sets come with different like art on them and things like that sometimes. I just find that clear little sleeves protect the cards without scratching them, because the other sleeves can in the future like bend them or something. That's what I've been told. So yeah, so I had this custom laser engraved. They use lasers to make this stuff. This is Eevee and the Eeveelutions. If you know about them, I'm sure you do. I love them. That's actually why the 3 first pages of this are dedicated to them. These are promo cards from the original black and white era, not the white flare and black wolf, but the black and white from a long time ago, before I got into Pokemon. This was like actually right around when I got into Pokemon, because I actually had this card and I had that card already. These were promo cards they used for the set, and I actually had to buy the rest of them. I spent like $200 on getting the rest of them. There are 8 Eeveelutions, if you know, and a 3 by 3 binder. And again, like the top loader, this is like a really big binder. It's like a zipper and everything. But the top loader, like it's meant to protect them extra. If you know about the Eeveelutions, you know there's 8 of them, and a 3 by 3 binder can fit 9. So the space in the middle is for the original, and then the branches. You might know about Sylveon. I love Sylveon. That's my favorite Eeveelution. But back when this set was originally made black and white, Sylveon wasn't introduced to Pokemon yet. So I actually paid an artist online to make me a card, like make me the card art that I'm going to print. And it will be a fake card, and I acknowledge that. Like, I don't make it to sell it or anything like that. It's just for my personal collection to make it feel more complete. Does that make sense? Not that it's anything wrong if you have fake cards, just know that they're fake cards. These are cards I pulled from a prismatic. These are all, again, the evolutions. I put the original one in the middle, and then all the other guys go around it in number order. I start up here and I go around. And I can always make mini videos of this if you want to see any of these cards, like if you want me to take them out or anything like that. I don't know if that would be too tedious because I have a lot of cards. So yeah. This page right here I'm saving because I know there's a bunch of cards. They're called SIRs, Secret Illustration Rares. They're very rare cards. Again, all these same Pokemon, but it's beautiful card art from Prismatic Evolutions. But like the top chase is worth like $2,000 and stuff. I'm not buying those until I'm a doctor. These are my pink pages. So all these are pink themed. Just from Pokemon I like, Pokemon that are pink themed. This is Sylveon with the trainer that she uses, Sylveon, and Eevee, who she evolved from. This Emolga card I actually pulled when I started ripping packs back in like a long time ago. Well before you were born, buddy. Well before. I was, let's say, 4th grade, 2014. I was in 4th grade. That's when I started really getting into Pokemon. They banned it at my school, actually, because we were getting really annoying. This is, if you've seen the show or the anime, it's called Nurse Joy. But in the cards, fun fact, they can only call her Pokemon Center Lady because she works at the Pokemon Center. I don't know. I don't know. And you'll see there's not a card of Ash either, if you know the show. It's Blissey with another Nurse Joy, and then there's another Nurse Joy card I want, so I'm saving space for her. This is Meloetta. This is a card I had originally pulled. So, like, these I had to buy because they're older and rare cards, and, like, to pull them, to try to, sometimes you do the math, and to try to, like, pull the card you want from a certain set, it becomes more expensive to buy the packs than to just buy the card. Like, some of these are, like this Blissey I got for $5, but if I try to find packs from that era, this was from a while ago, it would be $8 packs, which might as well just buy the single, which is what we call cards when they're like this. If I'm telling you something you know, don't be offended. I don't think you know too little. It's just that I don't know what you know. And yeah, these are more cards that I have from the pink era. This one's actually in Japanese, if you can see. It's in Japanese. My boyfriend and I bought a booster box that was in Japanese. And sometimes the card can look exactly the same, but because it's in a different language, it's worth a different amount of money. Sometimes more, sometimes less. It's really weird. This Diancie card, now you'll see that she actually has a yellow border. Back in the day, and you can see actually in these cards used to have a yellow border. So, yeah, that's really weird. Now cards have like the silver border. So that's how you'll know how old a card is. If it has a yellow border, it's at least 5 years old, if not further. And the further back a card is, the more expensive they could be, and they could be worth more. This is just a lady I thought looked cool because she was wearing pink. This is Mesprit, a really cool Pokemon. This is Iris. I love her. She's actually a dragon type trainer in the show, which I think is really amazing. And then this is another Japanese card I pulled with my boyfriend. Figured I didn't want them right next to each other. But they were both pink, which I felt was very cool. Ooh, these are some Mega Pokemon I had from back in the day when Mega Evolution first came out. That was the X and Y era. And that's when Sylveon became a part of the Evolution family. This is Mega Gardevoir, Mega Audino, which my boyfriend actually got me at a show, and Mega Gallet, Mega Venusaur, Mega Blastoise, and I'm saving the space for Mega Charizard X, not Y. I don't like Y as much. These are also some older cards I had. This is the Bird Trio. They're legendary Pokemon, and then this is really interesting. They go Arctic Uno, Zapdos, Moltres. Uno, dos, tres. So that's really cool. And these are from like black and white-ish era, so they're like Team Plasma Freeze, which is an older like villain team. This is a Zekrom promo. It's worth like $30 or so. This Regigigas promo, it's also very cool, and the art pad matches with another card I used to have. Fun fact, there's a card company that grades cards, and let me see, right here. It's called PSA, and they do thing called grading, and then they put them in this thing that's called a slab. And they grade on a scale of 1 to 10. Actually, I think 0 is possible. But 10 is the highest and 0 is the lowest. And if this card were to grade a 10 at PSA, it would be worth like at least $2,000. But it's never going to grade a 10 because it's so old and it was so beat up. You can't tell, but the back has a lot of like little white spots and stuff like that. So the more beat up cards are worth less in the future. But you can put them in a slab. Like this one I have right here is a 9. I sent 3 cards in because they would all be worth good money if they were. And it's sending them in costs money to do. So it's not like it's a free service they do. And if your card grades well and then it's worth more, they'll charge you more sometimes. So like these all came back 9s, which is not ideal. So yeah. And then this is a Victini promo from this era actually. So if you want this card, it's very much gettable. And it's not like you have to pull it or anything. It comes with a set, like a box, a specific box that you have to get it. But it also comes with a large card that's the same. Oh, I can do another episode, a short episode showing off my jumbo cards as well. Because I have a collection of those. And this is a Shaman card I bought from someone. But it's cool because these are all legendary Pokemon. These are going to be my my evolution line Pokemon. These cards have connecting art. And they show an evolution line. This is a Ralts, a Kirlia, and then there's a Gardevoir at the end. It's the end of the evolution. My boyfriend got me these. These are actually in Japanese, but this is Bulbasaur. Let's see if I can angle you down. Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and then there's going to be a Venusaur, but I'm looking for it in Japanese, so that's hard. And then there's a Tinkatink. There's like a Tinkatuff, Tinkatink, and Tinkaton. And they all have matching art, and that's what makes it cool. And then this is kind of it, the same, but in reverse. So Gible, Gabite, and Garchomp, but these are promo cards I got. They're not full arts, but they're so cool. Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard EX. And then these are just, I was going to get this page to be Pokemon that kind of go together. To be like an us page with my boyfriend. So 2 cards, and then there's a card called the Lovebirds that is worth $2,000 raw. That I want so bad one day. But, again, not right now. I do not have that kind of money. But Latias and Latias, and there's a card of them together. And then I was just going to do more of those Pokemon, and then, like, a card of them. I have actually more cards that I'm going to show you in my other video that would go with that theme that I think is very cool. And then this is my C theme page. Again, I only have 1 Pokemon. But I have more Pokemon that, again, I need to put in. But they're still in my other area. So I'll show them to you in another video. But, this is Lumineon. And yeah, this is a very beautiful art. And again, if you want to see any of these outside of this, let me know. Just put it in the comments chat. And these are promos from ETBs, which is those boxes. I don't have a complete ETB. These boxes, when you buy them, they kind of look like this. They should be no more than $55 to $60 I'd pay for one of those that's like newer right now, just because you can get them sometimes. But depending on the set is the thing. So if you're ever looking for something, let me know, and I can try to help you and let you know what good prices are in the future. Miraidon, these are just promos from boxes like that. Those boxes all come with 9 packs. And if they're from the Pokemon Center directly and they drop like that, which is very hard to find a drop for those, but they come with 11 packs there and a promo. And then the Pokemon Center ones actually come with a stamp promo as well. So Miraidon, Riolu, what is this guy's name? Koraidon. This is a really cool Charmander promo. Eevee, Zora, and specifically this guy, his name is Zora. Thundurus, Screamtail, which is like an ancestor to Jigglypuff, and Landorus. And then this is my Pokemon trainers page. So this is Altaria with a trainer. And again, it's old. It's got the yellow border. Fennekin is straight up from an era. Not Fennekin. Braixen is from the exact era I started watching Pokemon and being into it. So of course I had to get it. This is Lily and her Ribombee. She's newer. This is Cynthia. Not Cynthia. I can't remember her name, but her Gardevoir, and that's a beautiful card. This is Claremont. He's my favorite male gym leader, and I think he's so silly. This is Iono and her Iono or something like that, and her Kilowattrel. You might notice the card in Japanese though. My boyfriend pulled it too, and then I wanted it, and so I traded him. And then this is N's Reshiram. It's the same guy N and Reshiram, which is a legendary Pokemon. Again, let me know if you want to see, and there's a whole bunch of pages I still have left. So let me know if you want to see something.